Good evening, everybody. Let's see what happens if I post on a Sunday. So this is part 2 of my personal opinion on how I can do in a fight with different animals, living or extinct, zoological combat tier list maker. So I got 9 new ones here on the bottom, right after the bison. So let's start off things first. I said this a little bit last time in my last one, but I think I can go 50-50 with a wolf. If this is a big, full-grown male gray wolf, because I'm also a fat, full-grown Homo sapien, make it as fair as you can, right? Like with all of these, like no weapons, as fair as you can. What animals I think I could take. So with wolf, I think it can go either way, but if it's a pack, I think I'm fucked. No, yeah, I am fucked. But like with one wolf, I don't want to be overconfident here, but I think I can take on one wolf. If it's a life or death type of thing, one wolf I think I can take. Like when we're both, like I just gotta get a hold on it. Like I'm not gonna be, definitely not gonna be scratchless and unbloodied here, but I think I can do it. But I think it can go either way. Like because they can definitely fuck you up. But got the dub, but I think it's 50-50. Could go either way. I could faint if I lose too much blood. But you know, I don't know, like as fair as you can, like would you make yourself naked if you were fighting these animals? I don't know. But I'm gonna put it there for now, and again, I'd love to hear different viewpoints and outputs from anybody else who wants to watch this if they want to say anything. This is like the gray seal. This is also 50-50 because it depends on if I'm in the water or not. It's one of the largest seals besides the walrus, stellar sea lion, or leopard seal, or elephant seal, right? But it's still pretty big, so I'm definitely losing if I'm in the water. But on land, I just have to not be stupid. And then I can get a dub if I really have to fight a seal, the gray seal. So gray seal, 50-50 depends on if I'm in the water or not. But anteater, this thing, those claws can definitely fuck me up, but I don't think there's as much of a risk because they don't really move too fast. They do have dangerous claws and they definitely don't mess with them, but they're usually not too big, and I just also have to not be stupid. But if I actually have to fight this, it can definitely rough me up, but I don't really think it's gonna, like, it's not likely for it to kill me outright. Like maybe it could get a good lucky strike on below my wrist or something. Good, you know, knowing my luck, maybe it would, but I'll put it there for now. Let's see, bighorn sheep. These guys are tough as hell. Only way I'd be able to pin this is if I got the neck again. If you ask me about any medium-sized animal, I'm probably gonna say, oh, just go for the neck again, and then maybe wait till it gets tired or whatever. But the bighorn sheep, if I could hit in any way, I'm fucking out. In fact, my skull is probably gonna fucking shatter. 50-50. In my opinion, I think it's also 50-50 because if I don't get hit, I don't think there's much else it would do because it's roughly the size of like a big sheep, obviously. So, but yeah, 50-50, I just have to make sure I don't get fucked up by that ram attack, and then I'm good. So this is a oviraptor, and these guys are actually pretty small, so it can definitely, probably similar to like an anteater, it's like it can definitely give me a good scar or two, but it's pretty small, and I'm gonna get the dub fairly easily, I think. They're not too small, and there's not really too much that they have for really dangerous offensive capabilities. So this, it's like a mix between not likely and 50-50 for the snow leopard, because the snow leopard is also pretty small. Like it's smaller than you'd think, but it's also a cat. So it's got like hooks on its hands and swords in its mouth compared to us. Strong bite, manipulative of the tiger. Still not likely. I think it's got more dangerous weapons than the wolf, even though it's probably a similar scenario. Like, I probably could pin it down, maybe, possibly, if I had to fight it, but it's pretty dangerous and definitely has more abilities to have me, like, get really damaged and bleed out. Maybe, but not likely. But I wouldn't say that I'm 100% dead, though, because it is smaller, and I also just, again, not have to be a dumbass. So, whoops. Now, this is a water monitor, and they are the second or third largest. I think the second largest monitor lizard. Roughed up, we got the dub. Those tail whips can definitely fuck up your leg. Just have to make sure I get the head, because there's not really anything severe that they can do, and they're not too flexible, and pretty low stamina, so I think I got the dub, but I don't know if I'd be like, the bag roughed up. Like, I'm not a lizard down player, but it's not really venomous, and there's not really anything it can do. It can give me a bite, it can draw some blood, so I'd probably say in the bag. But you know, knowing me, I could make a dumb fucking mistake. Don't doubt me, but this is the Dinokairos, and it might depend on which species of Dinokairos, because 50-50, putting it there because it might depend on which one you're looking at, because some of them can be pretty big, and they do got some dangerous weapons, but then again, you do have more densities, or everybody does have more density, so they can take it down, they can probably like fucking sit on it, get the hold of the neck, stay out of reach for the claws, which are mainly just for pinning, but 50-50, but the same thing with like the wolf or snow leopard. It can definitely fuck you up if you aren't careful. So 50-50, I think it could go either way. If we're talking about the smaller species of the Dinokairos. Wait, Dinokairos. No, Dinoraptor? Was I saying Dinokairos? Whoopsie. Sorry. If it's a Dinokairos, I'm definitely not winning. What was I saying? It wasn't a Dinoraptor, it was the Dakota Raptor. Was it the Dakota Raptor? I don't think that actually exists. Or it's still up to debate. Shoot. Hold on. Dinoraptor. Dinokairos. It's not a Dinokairos. It's something. Shoot. Let's see. Whoops, I was looking up stuff. Dromaeosaurs, dinosaurs, which includes, is it just called the Dromaeosaur? Hold on, it's this one right here. It's got this one, number 5, the Deinonychus. Jeez. Never count on me to remember a name unless I hear it 50 trillion times. Dinokairos. Based on the size of this one, I would say I got it in the back. It's roughly the size, maybe a bit smaller, because they got lighter bones, pneumatic bones, so probably a little bit lighter than a wolf, so I'd probably make it a little bit easier as well. I would say 50-50, because it's still dangerous, and I can still probably draw some blood if you're not careful. Last one, we got the Pacific octopus, and this is definitely pretty dangerous. And it's all, I don't know, like, I'm gonna sound like I'm so confident, but it, again, with the seal, it depends. If I'm in the water, I'm definitely fucked, because these guys can get really big, and their suction cups are really strong, and they are really smart and know how to take something down in the water if they know that it can't breathe underwater, and they're very smart. And these guys, again, are really big, so if I'm under the water, I'm probably fucked. But if I'm out, I just have to, like, I don't know, step on it a couple times, because they are very sluggish out of water. And it would probably be dying anyways, but I don't know why it would be out of the water. Anyways, it's a hypothetical. So, out of water, I got the dub. I'm fucked in water, because these guys are very dangerous. Don't underestimate the octopus. And with these guys, I don't know. There's not much animals in here. That would have to be, like, if I did any more popular animals, it would have to be like a discussion on like how you do it with somebody, or like how you could take it down if you had another variable, as in like, oh, if I had another weapon or whatever. But I can't think of any other types of animals. Like any medium-sized animal or below, I think I got the dub. But if it's venomous, then of course I'm gonna fucking die, unless I get guaranteed access to an anti-venom or something like that. But anyway, so that's 9 animals. I'm gonna see how this short video does compared to everything else, because sometimes I post videos that are 20 minutes plus, but we'll see. This is a short one. There's gonna be another one to come. I'll get more animals, unless I don't hear anybody else with any suggestions. But maybe I can, I don't know, I just like to put my thoughts out there on a hypothetical on what I think I can do, and then maybe it might depend on someone else. Also, I just like putting the most accurate information about animals as I can. Again, I just like to say what I gotta say. I could be wrong about the mass of some of these animals, like the goat. I'm actually not sure how big that is. I'm sure it's like a really big, like really big for a goat. Like maybe it can be like 100+ pounds, or maybe 200 pounds. That's something I'm not sure of. But anteater is actually something that's kind of big. Maybe they get like around 50 pounds, I think. 50 or something. Again, not too sure. Yeah. Okay, so that's my placement for these 9 right here. I'll see you guys in another video. I hope you enjoy what I'm doing here. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Enjoy my doodles. Thank you.